Jasmy, what's going on, guys? All right, guys. So this is kind of a part two to the last video I just kind of did a little while ago. So we're going to talk because listen, if you're new here, guys, if you're new to the channel, if you're just tuning in for the first time, or you've been around for a couple of days, whatever it is, welcome into the channel, guys. Pull up a chair, get nice and close. I'm going to give you the alpha. I'm going to give you the facts. I'm going to give you a more accurate kind of projection of why I believe the Jasmy can, by the end of this year, get to $1.03, and by the end of next year, get to $2.02. Okay, so stay tuned. I'm going to tell you why, because I know that there's a lot of content creators out there right now, guys, that are talking a lot of stuff about Jasmy, and they're saying what's realistic and what's not. The problem is that they don't know anything about the project. They haven't done their research. All they're doing is looking at basic tokenomics or looking at coin market cap and seeing 50 billion circulating supply and going timesing that by the price and saying, okay, well, the market cap would have to be this for it to get to that, right? Uh, Unfortunately, like in a lot of cases, guys, that would be how you would, generally kind of do your loose estimates, right? But in saying that, Jasmy is its own special little unique uh crypto, right? So there's a couple of factors that go into this. First, I'd like to start off with what happened with the circulating supply to begin with, because people zoom out on the chart and they say, "Oh, that looks like a rug pull," right? So, uh, what I'll tell you first is why the chart looks like that. So the team had released the bulk of the supply of tokens into circulation, all generally at once, which is why the price had plummeted from its initial price. And you combine that with the fact that Jasmy was launched, essentially the coin, at the peak of the bull run, the last bull run. So naturally, with the rest of the market, Jasmy's price fell. On top of that, 95%, whatever, along with the rest of the market. So those two things combined contributed to why the price plummeted the way that it did, right? Now, in saying that, some people say, well, why would the team do that? Why would they release so much of the supply into circulation? Well, I'm going to tell you. Let me ask you what you'd rather have. Look what happens with Ripple, right? I love XRP, I love Ripple, okay? But one of the biggest arguments that haters have against Ripple is that they hold almost 50% of the total supply in escrow, right? Now, the reason that that Ripple locked up their supply into escrow was to get faith from the community that they were not going to dump that supply on the market in one foul swoop, right? So it was their way of locking it up into an escrow where they get a little bit every month, right? That they can decide what to do with, and that way they gained confidence in the market. So, in saying that, would you rather have Jasmy's team holding 60 to 70% of the supply of coins, or would you rather have the coins just kind of put out into circulation, making it a little more decentralized than it would be if the project, or if 60 to 70% of the coins were just strictly being held by Jasmy? So now that we've covered why the team would do that, and why it makes sense to do that in terms of the circulating supply. Another contributing factor that they had planned down the road. Now, there's goals that the Jasmy team has, and what they're referring to these goals to, if I said that right, is KPIs. They have KPI goals, okay? And what these KPI goals are is their goal with the PDL, which is the personal data locker, okay, is to have 107 million personal data lockers that are active, right? And with a personal data locker, it's launched on the Jasmy chain, which is their L2, which is launching next month in March. Now, the purpose of this is that so you and I and institutions or whomever, we can monetize our data, which means that if you hold Jasmy coins, you can lock up your Jasmy coins to utilize the personal data locker. Now, why would you do this, you ask? Well, When you use the personal data locker, it means that you're monetizing your personal data, right? What do you like to eat? Where do you like to go? What hotels do you like? Everything, cars you like, everything in your life that reflects who you are as a person in terms of, where you would buy, where you would shop. No different than when you're sitting there talking around your phone, talking about Burger King or McDonald's or whatever the case might be, and suddenly those ads start popping up in your news feeds, correct? So, very similar, right? The problem is that these devices, these companies, Facebook, X, Google, Microsoft, all this, they're collecting your data and selling it for free. So they're getting paid on your data. So the purpose behind the PDL is for that data to be purchased, but you are the one who's going to get paid for it, right? And what do you get paid in? You get paid in Jasmy coin, which you can do whatever you want with, right? You can hold it, you can keep it, you can sell it, you can convert it, whatever you'd like. You can spend it, right? Whatever you'd like. So essentially, you're staking your Jasmy coins to utilize the PDL to monetize your data to get paid in more Jasmy coins, right? That's why you would do it. So now I kind of want to run a parallel with Cardano here for those of you who are new to the channel. A lot of people said Cardano couldn't go from 3 cents to almost $4 in the last bull run. Okay. And one of the biggest reasons that Cardano was able to do that was because they had no smart contracts, no one was building on their platform, they had no DEX, they had nothing going on, right? So the fun around Cardano was, why would anyone build on Cardano? Cardano's price isn't going to go up, right? They don't have smart contracts. So what ended up happening was the confidence in the project. Cardano had about 82 to 83%, I believe, TVL, which is total value locked, which was that amount of people were so many people were staking their Cardano, taking them out of circulation, right? Locking them up. That is a very big contributor as to why the price of Cardano rose the way that it did. So now I draw the parallel back over to Jasmy, okay? So Jasmy is going to start, and the best way that I'm assuming right now, until we get the official announcement next month with the roadmap and everything coming out, that Jasmy itself is going to be locking up tokens. We don't know how much yet. We don't know how often. My assumption is it's going to be an accumulative thing over time, a little bit at a time, every month, quarterly, whatever the case might be, right? But that's not what I really want to stress here. What I want to stress is the ability to lock up with the PDL. Okay, so combine Jasmy locking up Jasmy coins out of the 50 billion, okay, and you combine that with the PDL, okay, their target, like I said, 107 million PDLs. Is that doable? Very doable. I'll tell you right now, one PDL would be the equivalent of one Jasmy wallet, one Jasmy holder, okay? Now let's look over at Shiba Inu, for example. Shiba Inu has 1.2 million wallets. Uh, so don't tell me that you don't think that Jasmy can get the same amount of essentially wallets or PDL. So it's absolutely possible for Jasmy. They could do 107 million active PDLs just in Japan, let alone globally. Okay, so very, very easy, very attainable KPI goal. The other KPI goal is to have a $500 average value per PDL, right? So every single person's PDL, personal data locker, should be valued around $500, right? That's the goal. And that will drive the price where they want it to be. Their target, they say, is $17.80. Now, can they make $17.80? I don't know. I guess we'll see. That's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is $1.03 this year, $2.02 by the end of 2025. This is where I tie all of this together, okay? So if you combine the Jasmy locking up tokens periodically over time, right, with the Jasmy coins being locked up and taken out of circulation with the active PDL wallets, right, you can get very easily a 75 to 85% total value locked in Jasmy tokens. So when someone says that Jasmy's market cap has to be this, that, or the other thing to get to $1 or to get to $2 and it's not realistic, what you have to understand is the target we're going for here with Jasmy is to have a 75 to 85% TVL. And if we can do that, then we're only looking at about 15 billion coins in circulation. Not, that's 1 5, not 50, which is 50. Okay. So that completely changes the whole mathematical equation on what the market cap would have to be for Jasmy to get to $1, to get to $2, to get to $17.80, right? So this is why this is possible, guys. I had to, and I made this video to walk you through it because there's so much people who haven't done that information. That research. They don't have that information. They're just seeing 50 billion on coin market cap, and then they're making assumptions, and then they're spitting out videos for clicks. Okay, so I'm here to break. That's why I did this. I come in here to break this down for you guys, to explain to you how it certainly can. And to be perfectly honest with you, at the end of the day, I think that Jasmy could get to $1 without the PDL lockup and stuff like that. I think it could, no problem, right? But in saying that, that's certainly going to boost the ability to do that, both with the lockup and with the Jasmy chain, the PDL, right? Personal data locker use. And that's just the beginning, guys. We also have next month, we have the roadmap coming out for 2024, which we're looking forward to being very, very bullish, right? We have the carbon credits exchange coming out next month as well. We have the Bitcoin halving coming in April, right? We have a lot of catalysts coming up in a very, very short amount of time for Jasmy and for crypto in general. So this is why I believe that Jasmy most certainly can be $1 or more by the end of this year, considering around October, November, we're going to start to see the market take off about, usually it's 4 or 5 months after the halving, the market starts to kind of really go parabolic. So you combine the market effect, right, with this being Jasmy's first real bull run, you combine that with the accumulative lockup that's going to be happening, the tokens being taken out of circulation. We also have likely, if they launch the PDL and the Jasmy chain in March on time, you'll see Jasmy removed from the innovation zone, which will be another catalyst in itself. I think that we are really well positioned to see a hell of a run in Jasmy. I think we're going to melt a lot of faces. There's going to be a lot of butthurt people who are going to be very, very upset that they didn't get in. And the reason that I did this video again, guys, was to make sure that I was making, there's a lot of unclear messages being put out there right now. And I'm not attacking other influencers, as they're trying their best. And there's nothing wrong with making sure that the word gets out about Jasmy, right? That's a positive thing. It's not a negative thing. But I would just encourage other content creators to just do some more deep dives and do some research before talking about 50 billion tokens versus market cap, versus the price equals market cap, that kind of thing. Please understand what the team is doing, understand what the goals of the company are before you do a video and a breakdown of what you think the price can be, because a lot of these price predictions are missing very crucial mathematical equations to the math that they're doing, and it's not adding up. So that's why I wanted to make this video, to set the record straight for you guys. Okay. So again, if you're new here, welcome in. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We do a lot of collaboration videos. Just yesterday, I had 2 Jasmy ambassadors on the channel that I was speaking with. Jesse from KIR Finance and Spencer, Jasmy US. So definitely check those guys out as well. Another amazing source of information is Max from Maximus Crypto. Definitely check him out as well, guys. Shoot him a sub. His research will absolutely blow your mind. And yeah, so hit the like, hit the subscribe button, guys. Welcome in, guys. And if you want to support the channel further, and you want to become a gem hunter, we just did a members only live stream today where I launched another amazing microcap gem that I think it's in pre-sale right now. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing opportunity to get in. It's another IoT play. I'll give you that little that little hint, right? So if you want in on that, guys, click the join button, become a gem hunter. It's only $4 a month, so it's mega worth it to do that. And we have members only live streams every Sunday where you get gems and stuff like that, and we do microcap gem videos throughout the week as well. And join the Discord, guys, because it's free. We have a great like-minded community there. It doesn't cost nothing to be a part of that. And yeah, So I hope that I hope that I've helped enlighten some of you as to some of the confusion that's out there right now. And yeah, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for listening, guys.